Hey guys, good afternoon. This is your boy Myron. Story time. So late last year, like I would say like October-ish, December-ish, October, November-ish, around Miami Carnival-ish. I used to get bad acid reflux all the time, and I never used to think anything about it. I used to think, your stomach these things in a stage, your stomach this, So I would like say, let me just cut back on this, cut back on that. But I noticed it used to start getting a little frequent. And basic stuff like cornflakes, like I was eating cornflakes, so I say, no man, this ain't good. But at the end of the day, they have like Tums and stuff, over-the-counter drugs you could actually take. So I would eat cornflakes, take a Tum, this, take a Tum, the basics, I was still eating. And then I noticed like my eating started to cut back because I everything giving me acid reflux, never think anything about it. All of a sudden I start to get like anxiety. So I thinking, I'm going through life and start to stress or what's not. So I'm like, shit, hey, I gotta relax. I got calm down. I realized like my energy level is starting to deplete, and it's like I getting like anxious for like the basic stuff, and I'm like, man, this ain't good. But again, I'm gonna try to relax. I need to ground myself. I need to do workouts. I need to pray. Like, I need to say my sermons. I need to talk to people. I need to go to therapists. Life, and So all of that happened. So then, now I realized, I wasn't monitoring it. I was monitoring, but then it's like, everything just feels foggy. Everything like you're disassociating with yourself, but you're carrying through life like nothing ain't happening. So there was one day I was actually home and I was eating cornflakes. I love cornflakes, but now to eat it is a problem. But I love cornflakes, and I would eat that shit every day. And then one day I was eating cornflakes and I started to choke, like choking on the cornflakes, fruity pepper. I'm like, what the hell going on with me, right? Long story short, that day I ended up calling 911 because I thought that was it. Like, that was it. That cornflakes don't take me up. This is so silly of me. So I walk out the car, me, prideful, walk outside, went to my car, sit down, told 911 I'm gonna be in my car. They came, they assessed me, they said, are you good or what's not, right? From that day, me never eat cornflakes again. So I saying, man, I gotta stop stressing. It's probably anxiety that happening. So fast forward, ended up going St. Croix. I was a bit nervous because I ain't really a big flyer. So still end up going St. Croix. Then I was there and eating, but I realized I was eating less, and I love Crucian food, my son. What? I went there for the first time last year, not to get off a track, but I love St. Croix food. Like, definitely. That's one place I tell everybody I fall in love with, St. Croix, because I going back and I go make up for all the time I didn't eat when I was there for the carnival. Anyways, stick to the story. So I was down there, I was barely eating. I ended up sick the next day, and I thought I had the flu, thought I had COVID, and I was, still monitoring. Take a lot of Benadryl, take a lot of ibuprofen, take a lot of, all kind of stuff. I was just popping pills because I was trying to feel better. I went to the cane, man. I drank the cane juice. The only thing I was actually able to eat in St. Croix was the sandwich that I ended up getting from Wendy's. Big up myself in Wendy's, because I would definitely be back to St. Croix Wendy's. Definitely 10 out of 10. So yeah. So all then I eating everything, like all the food smell good, but I just can't eat it because it just ain't sitting right in my stomach. So fast forward, ended up flying back to the States and ended up going to work. you know, I went to Burger King's at work. I bought a sandwich at Burger King's. I felt sick, like really, really, really sick. And ended up like me eating Burger King's again. You know, something wrong, something right. So fast forward, you know, I've been feeling the same way from since I said was in St. Croix. I said, well, this feeling is subside. It should subside by now because it's been like a week now since I been away from St. Croix. Like it's been a week, like since I felt sick in St. Croix, and that's, you know, that's strange because I don't get sick. So now came to this. So where do I begin? So I ended up going to the emergency room because I say, you know what? Maybe I have COVID, maybe I have the flu, something wrong because I don't feel right. The fogginess, you know, the anxiety, you know, ain't feeling like myself, ain't eating something at me wrong. So I went there, they did some tests. They said, hey, were you taking ibuprofen? I said, yeah, because I felt sick. They like, stop taking ibuprofen immediately because it seems as though your esophagus is irritated. I'm like, what? From the ibuprofen. I learned to not be taking ibuprofen. It's not good for you. So they said, okay, we're going to discharge you. All your vitals are good. You don't take ibuprofen. We're going to give you this medication to, you know, subside your stomach, but we're going to also send you to a GI doctor. So I went to the GI doctor like a few days later. GI doctor told me they're going to do an endoscopy, which is when they put a tube down your throat to check your lining of your stomach to make sure, you know, you're good. All they know, I went to the procedure. A little nervous because I never been under anesthesia before. Excited and nervous, right? Because I want to try. I want to see, you know, what the hype is. Maybe I'm gonna be waking up telling everybody my business, right? But so yeah, so I ended up going to the GI doctor and doing an endoscopy. And when the endoscopy came back, the result came back, they told me everything looked good, nothing too dangerous. However, there's a mild bacteria in my stomach, which they call H. pylori. H. pylori, Morihori. Lord. So yeah, so it was mild. So they say, okay, cool. This is how we're gonna fix this. You know, it's very mild, but we're gonna put you on 2 weeks antibiotics. So now me getting scared because I say, shit, H. pylori, what I mean. Did some research, came back as a stomach infection. Okay with it. The only thing now is like when I started to take the antibiotics, that shit was trying to take me out. Like it was trying to take me out. Like waking up every day nauseous. If you know me, you know I'm gonna show up to work every single day. I had to take 5 days off of work just to stay home and deal with these side effects. But I'm saying this to say, long story short, listen to your body. And sometimes, you know, it's good to educate yourself, because if you don't know what's H. pylori, now you know. So in case you have anxiety, you can't settle, food can't settle in your stomach, indigestion, instead of blaming food, go to a GI doctor and ask them to screen you for this. It's curable. They give you antibiotics. The antibiotics make you feel like this shit is the worst, but you're gonna get over it. You're gonna be all right. This your boy. Peace. I'm actually doing a video.